Have you ever wondered what people did about a missing tooth, way before modern dentistry? Well, today we're going to travel back in time about 2,500 years to ancient Italy. We're going to uncover an incredible story of ingenuity, status, and one of the world's very first golden smiles.
So picture this. An archaeologist is carefully brushing dirt away from an ancient skull. And right there, nestled among the teeth, is this delicate, glimmering band of pure gold. And the first question that pops into your head is, what is that? Is it just a flashy piece of jewelry, some kind of ancient bling, or is it something way more advanced, a real attempt at dentistry? Well, that's the exact mystery we're diving into.
All right, and here's our game plan for piecing this whole puzzle together. First, we'll meet the Etruscans themselves. Then we'll get into the universal problem they were trying to fix. We'll see exactly how they crafted their solution, and then we'll debate what it was really for. And finally, we'll talk about why this ancient artifact still has something to say to us today. Okay, so first up, the Etruscans. Long before Rome was, Rome, these amazing people built this super wealthy and influential civilization right in the middle of Italy. They were famous for their art, their incredible cities, but as we're about to find out, their skills went way, way beyond that. What the Etruscans created is what we'd now call a dental prosthesis. Yep, basically an early version of false teeth. And you gotta stop and think about that for a second. We're talking about the ancient world, with no modern medicine to speak of. The very concept of artificially replacing a part of your body, that's just mind-blowingly advanced. So, why on earth would they go to all this trouble? Well, because losing a tooth is a deeply, deeply human problem. It's not just some ancient issue. It's something that connects us, right now, directly to people who lived thousands of years ago.
And as you can see, a missing tooth isn't just one problem. It's a whole cascade of them. It can mess with how you chew your food, it can change how you talk, and over time, it can even alter the shape of your face. But, and this is crucial, look at those last points. It hammers your social appearance. And it seems the Etruscans were especially concerned with this because they focused their work almost entirely on the front teeth, the ones everyone can see.
Okay, so you're a wealthy Etruscan, and you've got a gap in your smile. How did they fix it? This is where their incredible craftsmanship just shines.
The whole process was just so elegant and skillful. First, a goldsmith would forge these super delicate bands out of pure, soft gold, and they didn't just wrap them around. Nope, they were carefully fitted to the healthy teeth on either side of the gap, creating a really stable anchor. Then, they'd take a replacement tooth, sometimes a donor tooth from another person, or even a reshaped animal tooth, and slot it right into that golden framework. It's really an amazing bit of microengineering for its time. And this just perfectly sums it up, right? The person doing this wasn't just a dentist or just a jeweler. They had to be a master of both worlds. They needed to understand the delicate anatomy of the mouth, but also have the insane skill to work with fine metals. It's no wonder, really, given the Etruscans were celebrated for their mastery of goldwork. But this all leads us to the biggest question of all. Was this sophisticated, custom-made device actually used for eating, or did it serve another, maybe more symbolic purpose? This is where the story gets really juicy. Let's just put these two ideas side by side. If the whole point was functional, it would need to restore your bite strength, let you chew tough foods, right? But pretty much all the evidence points overwhelmingly to a cosmetic purpose. It was about restoring your appearance, showing off your wealth, and fixing only those teeth right at the front. So how do we know this? Well, when you actually examine these golden bridges, you see they had some pretty serious drawbacks. For one, they were probably way too fragile for heavy-duty chewing. They also would have been a nightmare to keep clean, trapping food particles right up against the gums, and on top of all that, they put a ton of stress on the healthy teeth they were anchored to. They just weren't practical for eating every day.
So here's the bottom line. These weren't tools for survival. They were symbols of status. A golden dental prosthesis was an absolute luxury item. It was something almost certainly worn only by the wealthy elite, maybe even especially by high-status women. It tells us that in Etruscan society, appearance and social standing were tightly linked. This little device didn't just fill a gap in a smile. It broadcasted a loud and clear message. I am wealthy, I am powerful, and I value presenting a perfect self to the world.
So, okay, an ancient cosmetic dental device. Pretty cool, but why should we care about this today? Because this story is about so much more than just old tech. It turns out to be a surprisingly modern story about, human nature. You know, this one single object reveals so much about their culture.
It's this perfect mix of values. It speaks to their incredible technical skill for sure, and their sharp focus on social status. But it also shows us a deep-seated concern with cosmetics, and that amazing spark of human ingenuity that we use to solve our most personal problems. When you get right down to it, this golden smile is a bridge across thousands of years. It connects our very modern anxieties about appearance directly to the ancient world. That desire to look good, to feel complete, to present our best selves, that is not a new invention. It's a fundamental part of being human.
And that really leaves us with a final, powerful thought. These ancient artifacts, they're so much more than just historical curiosities. They're this profound reminder that for thousands of years, people have always strived not just to survive, but to do it with dignity, with confidence, and with a complete smile.